Imagine an artist making a reel of your art and calling it trash. Welcome everybody to a new art topic. Today we're talking about an artist that I found by accident on Instagram. When I was about to post a reel, I stumbled upon his content. And what kind of content does he do? Well, what he does is pretty much critique and also be very blunt with his critique about other people's artwork. So I am not here to judge him at all. It looks like he's been in the industry for a while now, but let me break down who he is right here real quick. So this right here is JonnyboiG or something like that. And this is the Instagram right here. He has been an artist for a while now. He does incredible work. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, he does MF Doom. He's really inspired by New York and graffiti and hip hop artists. If you look at his artwork, and it's really cool art style. I'm not gonna lie, it's really cool. And he does have a lot of experience because there's also a pin on one of his posts of showcasing who he is.
JonnyboiG is? Let me break it down.
JonnyboiG.
Born and raised in the streets of New York City, I came up as a graph writer and a professional b-boy, living and breathing hip-hop culture from day one. I'm the most collected poster artist of our era, selling over 16 million DJ prints alone. When all the haters said I couldn't put out prints of hip-hop imagery, I didn't just prove them wrong, I pioneered a $250 million a year industry. I've sold more prints than any other artist alive. I didn't just create art, I embodied the movement. I'm the one who shaped the look and feel of EA Sports. I didn't just dip my toes into the culture, I created the current. I birthed the first ever street art competition show on TV, Street Art Throwdown. But I didn't stop there. Documentaries, TV shows, sneakers, fashion. You've probably seen my work 1,000 times and didn't even know it was me behind the scenes.
That's true. I didn't recognize
I've exhibited my art globally, not just on the streets, but in the finest galleries and institutions, including the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. And I'm not just a creator. I've taught at USC for 12 years, lectured worldwide, shaping the next generation of visionaries. So the next time someone asks you who JonnyboiG is, tell them I'm the guy that changed the game. That's who I am.
I mean, like I say, he has a big credit in the industry. And I didn't wait for permission. I didn't ask for approval. I pinned a truth and I saw it pushing boundaries, tearing down every wall they had tried to put in front of me. The pretentious art world didn't know what to do with me. That's exactly how I like it. So, like I said, he is really big in the hip hop culture. That's why I actually really like his art. But that's not what really caught my eye, because I didn't find his channel. I found his channel by this. So here it is, the video right here, guys. How I found his channel, and yeah, he doesn't hold back.
Say not only is this not art, but the art world is sick. It has been poisoned with absolute ridiculous conceptual contemporary garbage. This is a poison, it's a sickness, it's a parasite. These people are getting grants, selling their work. They shouldn't. They should have no access to this kind of garbage. The art world is sick. At what point are we just gonna say not only is this not art?
So as you can see, he is very blunt of his critique, or also what he doesn't like. And what he doesn't like is the art that I don't like either. It's kind of it depends on what they're doing with the abstract art or performative art. I've never been a fan of that personally. If I see somebody doing splatter, I feel like that's just wasted paint. That's just me personally. But this guy, he isn't afraid to put it up as content. And honestly, I kind of envy him, because he could do what he wants. He's already put in a lot of time in the industry. He's more refined compared to me or other artists. So he's at a point where he could critique somebody and it's where's your credentials? I mean, his credentials speak for itself. I'm just gonna say that. And my opinion about what they're doing, I think, is just weird. I don't understand the whole point of this kind of performative art, me personally too. But yeah, sometimes he's very blunt, and sometimes he's but he also doesn't just doesn't critique artists. He actually also looks at artwork that he actually likes too as well. But before that, there is a comment right here that says, why do you consider yourself an authority on what's allowed to be called art? As you can see, A lot of people obviously are gonna critique him for judging people's art. It's just how the world works. You guys think if I draw a cute animal girl, it'll be worth it, worthy of museum? This looks more like an acting exercise. This is what happens when you give kids petition trophies. Honestly, like, yeah, work that have little content quality must be sold more aggressively, since the real artists are not aggressive sellers at all. They are naturally pushed out by aggressive competition. That's very true. If you're not like pushing yourself out there and like just like breaking down barriers of why your art is better than other art, because at the end of the day it is a competition. Like these people right here, you could judge them all they want, but at least they're not afraid to put themselves out there, and if they sell, they sell. I'm just saying. Just like this piece right here, obviously I can see why you shit on it, because I think that is also garbage in my opinion. So I don't know what this is doing. I think it's like performative weird art. I call it weird art, but check this out.
So I was like, oh, this is maybe some cool conceptual art for a change. And then I'm looking at her line quality and just the fact that it's done with the like, I don't really give a shit sensibility. It's just bullshit. Calligraphy is really, if this is calligraphy, it's a dance of line and proportion and grace and rooted in tradition, but she's just putting lines down on a conveyor belt. It's an empty performance, devoid of mastery, keyword mastery, or purpose, or lasting aesthetic resonance.
Yeah, so like I said, he is not afraid to call something out. Even I'm like, I don't get this performative stuff. And there's been more. Like I said, there's a bunch of them on his channel. I'm just showing you guys some examples where he just goes in.
I'm sorry. Garbage. Okay, guys, this painting sold for 4.9 million to an anonymous buyer. Now we know that a 2-year-old could do that, and it's just scribbles on a canvas. And we know the art market is very corrupt and it's a complete abomination, but don't let that stop you from knowing that good drawing and good painting is good for your soul. It's good for your soul. This here, bad for your soul.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, like I said, like, this is why a lot of people call this type of artwork, but like, let's just keep going. So this right here, guys, I am not going to play the sound right away because there's copyright music, but I'm gonna explain while this video is showcasing. So they did a big painting that took 4 months. I thought this was gonna be an incredible, super detailed piece myself. And just look at the video and what he has to say about this. Obviously, I'll read it out because I can't play the audio. So when I saw this, I was like, this took 4 months. It doesn't matter how big it is. This does not seem like a 4-month art piece. I'm sorry. It just feels like a week, couple days art piece personally. I mean, if people like this art piece, that's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna like saying it's bad. I'm just saying for me personally, I don't feel like that would have taken 4 months. Maybe because 3 different artists worked on it. I don't know. But like the detail to me, it doesn't seem like it's there, right? So like I'm just you know, I'm just saying. The crazy they work on that for 3 months. I was actually 4 months. The tempo hour breaks. Wait, hold up. Is this the part where the music stops? Yeah,
I mean, I'm all about fan art and everything, but 3 months on that shit, that's impossible. They worked on it for 3 hours, stoned out of their mind. They had fun. They were fucking high. And one of them worked on it. Nobody worked on that.
So this person said on one of the comments says, if you look at the details, it's actually nice. Like, no, I think what he's pretty much like critiquing is like how long this art piece really took. This took 4 months to create. And I think what they're talking about is like the little splashes and stuff. It's just like when I see this type of art, it gives me like the only part that gives you like a lot of like detail was, I guess, comes from one of the artists, my personal opinion. It's the background. When you see the blue and the yellow, like you see like the little swatches and stuff, you can see like the little blends here and there. I can see how like that could possibly take a little bit longer because you're adding every single line of those kind of thing. But the part that I'm kind of like shocked was like the hill. I feel like they could have done something more with the hill, especially because like the mouth and eyes like kind of look a little bit off to me personally. But overall, I think for me, it's like when I see a big canvas like that, I just think like they have to add up way more details than just this personally. So, but he goes way in. He is not afraid to judge because it just keeps going, guys. It just keeps going. Look at this one right here.
I want to be an artist when I grow up. Honey, you're gonna be the greatest artist in the world. In fact, I'm gonna send you to the best schools, and then you're gonna be in the best galleries and the best museums. You're gonna be better than Picasso. You're gonna be twice as good as Rembrandt. They've got nothing on you. Little did they know, she'd be hitting butter with a microphone. Unbelievable. Mommy.
Yeah. I got no comment. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this one. I understand why he is making fun of this. Because, yeah, this is really very strange.
Of the art world. Look at these people pretending
It's
like
like
they actually
weird
give two
golf
shits about
clubs
this garbage that's going
and
on.
the weird person
Oh my
dancing.
God. And this guy right there, he's caught. He's just thinking, who the fuck?
Bro, he's like, what am I doing here, bro?
Invited me here, but I'm not gonna walk out. I'm just contemplating that my life is fucked right now. This is a demented world that we're in. Well, here.
I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna admit this. Some artists feel like they're extremely special because of what they think they do is like really deep and meaningful. I'm gonna be honest, as an artist, that's not always the case, and I feel like a lot of these people are delusional. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. But I want to show you guys the part where he's actually in the middle, where he is not gonna fully judge the artist. It's because they do abstract, by the way. He doesn't like fully hate all abstract artwork. He's like conflicted with it. So right here it says, I received 1,000 of DMs asking to critique his art. So pretty much he says, I have never in my life received, again, I'm just reading the captions, more because it's copyright, more DMs about this guy. So this guy does a lot of like abstract like artwork. It honestly is not the worst thing I've ever seen. He actually does some really cool composition with his colors, and the way he does his like strokes and stuff here and there. But I can see why people don't like fully like abstract because it's just like random. Like it just like seems like just complete random strokes and stuff. But yeah, it says like staying all right here. Some people probably like it. I mean, look at that. It looks kind of cool with the textures. I'm not gonna lie, right? It's not art, it's just decoration. I mean, all art is decoration at the end of the day, let's be honest. I like it. Not everyone can do that. It's skilled, which is like, I understand what they're saying pretty much, right? So yeah, I think this looks pretty cool. Like at the end of the day, you know, like, but that's why he's conflicted, right? Because it's abstract art, so he's not fully like love anything that's abstract, and he just doesn't trust it pretty much, right? Especially because he's been in the industry for a while now, what it seems. Okay, I had to restart, guys, because I played it and it had copyright music, so let's continue going. But yeah, I guess it's like anybody like composition of bad word paint, I don't know. I don't want to do this, but it's just not for me. So he didn't really like fully went on him. He's just being honest with his opinion about his about this artist's art. About like he just doesn't like abstract. That's number one thing. He does not like abstract art at all. And look about all the likes, and there's some comments are not even that mean either. Like I like it, I understand it being more decorative than art, but I appreciate the creative expression. It looks good, it has the balance, and honestly it looks good on the wall. I like this guy's work. There's no need to be a new definition for this kind of art. There's an art that takes years to master, and then there's experimental with materials, and the two should not have the same word describing them, which is, we call it abstract, you know. That pizza only took him 15 minutes to make. See, like, so like I said, everybody always has their definition criticism about abstract, and he's one of them. He's always like, he wants to be fair as possible, but like, oh my god. Because even I'm like, oh, I think even this kind of abstract art is pretty interesting, and it doesn't seem like a scam to me. It's pretty like an interesting take on with dancing and art in general put together. But click on the video. There's no auto like copyright music on this one, so
No doubt that b-boying is an art. I was a b-boy for years. However, when breakdancers add paint to their soles of their feet, it doesn't elevate the performance into the realm of fine art. Historically, fine art demands intention, structure, deliberate composition. In contrast, painting while breaking lacks this forethought. There's no purposeful composition, no deeper concept behind the footwork, while b-boying is no doubt an art. It lives in the moment and the mastery of physical expression and rhythm. The addition of paint might create a spectacle, but it doesn't transform the act into fine art in the historical or critical sense. The canvas becomes a byproduct of movement, not the intentional creation that fine art demands. The dance is the art, the paint, just an accessory.
which again, I understand what he's saying. It's just like an add-on. The paint is like more like a mixer, a bigger show kind of thing. But honestly, I think some of it looks kind of cool. I understand why people will like it, especially like, oh, it's from my favorite breakdancer. Like these lines you guys see here, guys, is from an actual breakdancer that he created these lines kind of thing. That's how I see it as. Because there's even people that I'm not like people buying like animal paintings. Like they're just like steps on the canvas, and people love that. So that one I'm kind of conflicted because it's like a little bit different. Because like it's like dancing with art put together. But let me know what you guys think about this one. I'm kind of conflicted on this one, not gonna lie. This is a tough one. Some of the marks are elegant. It feels similar to Chinese calligraphy brush mark. Dance moves are planned out, so are the marks. So there you go. So, you know what I mean? Like I thought this one right here was pretty funny. It has copyright music, but I will unpause it when it doesn't have copyright music. So it says right here, people who are into art, what they look like, and then people who do the art. There we go.
Funny, not funny, because it's too close to home for artists. It's kind of true, and there's something fucking real about this.
It
So
really
many
is.
artists have died in obscure poverty.
Yeah, that's a known thing, guys, where an artist usually is broke for the most part of their life until they die. Because once an artist dies, and it's some of the art pieces that they leave behind is something that people love and like really into, they really like it more because it becomes more rare. Because the art is no longer there. It happened a lot of times. Not just in art, but also in artists in music and stuff like that. There's plenty examples out there when that happened. I think that'll be a very interesting video to make in the future. But yeah.
I mean, Van Gogh, who did 2,000 paintings, sold one painting and died destitute. Vermeer, now revered for his mastery of light, the great artist Vermeer, he died in debt, leaving his family financially ruined. The engraver William Blake completely struggled and was buried in an unmarked grave. Similarly, composer Franz Schubert lived in dire poverty with his genius only celebrated after. I mean, these stories are just everywhere. Rembrandt, I heard, died poor. I mean, let's make a living fucking now when we're alive. I don't care what kind of artist you are as a creative. Let's help each other. Let's do it together. We're not going out like that.
Yeah, so I want to end in this part right here, because I agree with this. It just sucks the way the world is sometimes, where especially in this type of world, where nobody will pay attention to you until you pretty much will die, and especially your work is very interesting, pretty much, because like the low blow but true does hurt sometimes. I mean, like there's the goddamn banana that sold a lot of money. It's pretty like, oh god. I'm very fortunate to receive monthly pension checks. I'm so grateful to live and paint in peace. Would very much love to sell, but also not. It's funny at first, but sad truth of any artist of any art form. I try to buy work from many artists as I can, because I gotta be part of the solution, not part of the problem. We do not support each other, other than who else will. Start supporting by local artists around you. Is amazing how selling even one piece could really motivate someone, which is very true. If someone who buys your art piece, you're like, oh shit, I'm actually doing something right. So the reason why I want to end it on this part right here, guys, is because I wanted to end it in a positive note. Because even though this artist critiques and goes ham on a lot of artists, I mean, there's plenty of other videos, guys. I just barely hit the mark on it. The reason why I just put it some of the videos is because there's a lot of copyright music. So I will put his link in the description below if you guys cares of other opinions that he said on his channel or Instagram. It will be on there. So pretty much, I'm gonna end it this way, guys. Keep doing you, and don't be afraid to be judged in the art world. It's just the world works. If somebody calls my art, where I did this piece right here, little fun piece, I don't know, for fun. If somebody calls that trash, it's fine. I'm not gonna take offense to that because everybody has their own taste in their art and what they create. Some people like it, some people don't. It's just how the world works, and just it is what it is. So if somebody critiques you even harshly, you could take that very seriously or not seriously. It really is to you. You can use that as a motivator or something where it will make you feel like maybe you can't do this at all again, in my personal. Which again, it really does affect you online, guys. I don't think you should be an online artist because there's gonna be a lot more where that come from. It's just how the internet works. I don't like it. It's just the way it is. But keep doing you guys. Don't be afraid to get critiqued. I thought this was just really funny that I found this artist. I like his work. His work it's incredible. So yeah, it's pretty funny. I just thought it was just pretty funny. Oh, I forgot to have one thing before we end, guys. The thing is also, you got to have confidence in your artwork. If you do not have confidence in your artwork, that means other people will not have confidence to buy your artwork. I just want to say that. All right, guys, peace out, much love. See you guys on the next one.